what is something that you feel pressure about?
I'd like to squirt water at people. I don't feel pressure. When I'm swimming at school and I have to go swim in the 5 feet zone. When in soccer, taking a free kick.
Gym class.
People rushing me. A question on my math test.
My parents want me to get to school on time.
Not doing my homework on time.
Getting good grades in school.
School and balancing it with other things.
Becoming an adult and having to get a job.
I think I feel pressure about being a good friend.
Going to college because I don't know if that's what I want to do.
Not being able to make people happy.
Figuring out what I want to do for my career.
I've learned to not put pressure on myself, just letting life steer me.
Meeting everybody's expectations and then meeting my own expectations.
To achieve some sort of greatness that I think a lot of people see or expect or want for me.
I want to go home to the Philippines. I like it here in America, but I gotta go back home. That's my place. That's where my heart is. And just not being secure about that future makes me really scared.
I would say for a while being pressured by my family to graduate from college as fast as possible.
Being successful.
Sometimes I'm not too sure if I'm ready for commitment, and so I feel that kind of pressure. That's big pressure for me.
Making it before I turn 30.
Whether or not people like me.
To be a successful example that honors all of my ancestors' struggles.
Not to waste time, to live it fully, not have any regrets.
Being successful.
To be successful.
Just performing at my startup.
As an artist, it's always hard to kind of balance the artistic goals with being able to financially support family.
Being successful and not failing.
Challenging myself.
Like when you want to have a lot to do in a day.
I feel pressure to perform.
Being responsible and accountable for my own actions.
Getting married.
Being successful.
To reach my full potential.
Making my family proud.
Most of the pressure I experience is self-inflicted, and it's basically self-inflicted pressure to succeed at the projects that I'm working on.
Money.
Learning math.
Pressure to succeed.
Fulfilling my purpose.
I feel pressure at my job.
Doing a good job.
Making sure my children are on track.
I'm the worst critic ever, so that's my pressure, being the worst critic for myself.
Taking care of my family and my extended family.
Keeping my life intact, keeping my family intact.
Finances. I'm constantly worried about paying the bills.
I feel pressured in being forced to conform to the standards of society.
Just keeping my head above water financially, that kind of thing. Just financial pressure.
Pressure to succeed.
Once you give a certain situation and circumstance your all, are you going to be rewarded for your efforts?
I'm responsible for the care of my mother and her overall well-being, and so it puts pressure on me to do the right thing by her.
Achieving my goals.
Getting everything done that I'm supposed to be doing in my work, and yet having enough time to make sure that my family knows how much I care for them.
Nothing.
Nowadays, it's the everyday life, trying to do the right thing.
Waiting for one of my two daughters to call me to either say they've now had war with my ex-wife and or they are looking for money from daddy.
Get things right.
To continue to be a good example for my children.
Finances.
I don't feel any pressure about anything.
The pressure to do the right things to stay mentally and physically and spiritually happy.
Completing projects and missions that I start.
Nothing.
Not really being able to be with my kids and grandkids each and every day. That gives me a lot of pressure.
Not to be taken too seriously.